Today's topic is in algebra, how are we showing supporting work? Okay, so we're graduating from our Singapore work, and then we're going to go to showing supporting work as an algebra teacher. All right, today's date is January 21st. All right, so let's look at these two equations here on the board, you see. Example 1 says x equals 3. How can we check to see if this person who did this problem got the answer right? How can we tell them if they're correct? Isabel?
Well, since it shows you like 2x plus 3 equals 8, you could take x, which is 3, multiply it by 2, and then add 2 to that, and then if you get 8, then it's the correct answer.
Good. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, so it works. Now, what happens here from 8 to 6? What happened in the problem, Jana?
You subtracted 2.
Take away 2. Okay, go ahead and write that down. All right. Then, from 6 to 3, what happens? We had 2x equals 6, and now x equals 3. Caleb? Dividing by 2. Okay? Good. Now, that's great, but let me show you how we do this in algebra. So on this side over here, we're going to write real algebra. It's like Peter Pan becoming a real boy. Or is Pinocchio? Sorry. Okay, so we're going to recopy the problem. 2x plus 8 equals, 2x plus 2 equals 8. All right.
Should be recorded.
All right. So 2x plus 2 equals 8. Underneath there, please put an equal sign straight underneath. Okay, and then watch what I do here. We're going to actually recopy this again, but we're going to leave some space. 2x plus 2, leaving some space, and then equals 8. Okay, and we said the first step that we did to both sides was to take away 2 here. All right? Now, equations are like a scale. They have to stay in balance. So if I take away 2 from one side of the equation, in algebra we show it by taking away 2 from both sides. You might be saying, why? Well, if I have plus 2 here and minus 2, what do I end up with? Plus 2 and minus 2 leaves me with?
6.
Plus 2 and minus 2 over here on the left leaves me with 0. And 0 plus 2x, kids, is just 2x. And 8 minus 2 equals 6. So you can see, I'm left with my next line, 2x equals 6. So the only change from what we did was these 2 red take away 2's. Take away 2 from both sides, and we get what we already know, 2x equals 6. All right? Then you can see our next step is divide by 2. And in algebra, we show it on both sides because we've got to keep the scale balanced. Okay? So, how do we show division in algebra? We've been talking about this year. Marissa?
You put it over like on a fraction.
Like a fraction. Okay? So if I'm going to divide both sides by 2, this is how we show it in algebra. Okay? I'm dividing both sides by 2. What's 2 divided by 2, kids? 1. 1 times x leaves me with x. 6 divided by 2 is? So we still get our same answer. And really, the only difference is the red. Okay? 2x equals 6, x equals 3. Let's throw that red algebra back in there to show how I erased it somehow. Back. Okay, now, another reason we show supporting work in algebra is because if you made a mistake here, okay, there's something wrong here. In example 2, 12 is not the correct answer. Because look, kids, what's 4 times 12? Okay.
40.
Plus 12 more is 60. So 12 is not the right answer. But it's hard to see why. Okay? It's hard to see why. What did this person do from 56 to 48? They took away how many? Who can tell me how many they took away? Cormac,
8.
they took away 8. Should they have taken away 8? No, they should have taken away how many? 12. Okay, but we had to figure that out. It wasn't like we could just look at their work. And then this was divided by 4, which was correct. But they did the wrong thing right here. So the reason we show algebra is because it helps us know what we should show and in what order. Okay, I'm going to write mine up a little bit, but you can write yours right next to it if you have space there, or however you want. So here's the real algebra. 4x plus 12 equals 56. Now, it's my original equation. Then I have to show what I'm going to do to both sides. What are we going to take away from both sides, kids? 12. I'm going to take away 12. So I'm going to recopy. Okay, recopy the original problem with the space. Change my color, and I'm going to make sure I take away 12 from both sides. Who can tell me what I'm going to be left with in my next line before the division? In my next line, Michael.
4x and 44.
Good. 56 minus 12 is 44. Now what should we do to both sides? Ananya. Good. If we know what 4x is, in order to find out what x, we divide by 4 to both sides. And we get x equals the correct answer, which is 11. Okay, in this problem, we see 5x minus 12 equals 33. So I recopy the problem. And now I need to figure out what I need to do to both sides. So, who can tell me what we need to do here to find out how much 5x is? Sanjeev? We have to add 12 this time. It's a little different. Okay? Because if we see 12 plus 33 makes up 5x. That's why we're adding 12. Alright? Once you do that, you can tell me the next line. What are we left with? What are we left with here? Emma. 5x equals 45. Very good. Alright, and then what am I going to do to both sides, Christopher?
And then after that, we're going to
If I know that 5x equals 45, what do I do to find out what 1x is? Divide by 5. We're going to show it on both sides to keep our scale balanced. And we get x equals 9. Remember, we can check our work. 5 times 9, kids, is 45. Take away 12. 35, 34, 33. Boom. 9 is the correct answer.